Welcome to as I said, welcome to the August, as I said twice, welcome to the August 19th Mendon Select Board meeting. It's being recorded. 4 members are in attendance. One is going to be here remotely, so everyone's in person. So at this point, I ask you please stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice.
Do you have any citizen statements and petitions online or in person? Hearing none, we have a couple of community events and announcements. We will declare that Sunday, September 26th, will be known as the Senior Citizen Day here in Mendon. We will recognize Justine Southwick Brewer as 2026 Senior Citizen of the Year. The event is sponsored by the Mendon Alliance Club and coordinated in partnership with the Mendon Council on Aging. I would encourage everybody to come to the and this will be at in the center, or is it going to be at the Unitarian Church? It is a Unitarian Church, so it'll be on Sunday, September 20th, and all of the details. We will read. So we have 2 proclamations, one declaring Senior Citizens Day and the second one declaring Justine Southwick Brewer as this year's senior citizen. Keep reading those at that day, on that day. The second is a commendation that we thought would be appropriate, and it really has to do with some recent events to do with the Healthcare Council and the celebration of the 150th anniversary of the United States of America. And I can tell you, having been a 12-year-old child at the 200th anniversary here in town, this certainly was rivaled it. I did not get dressed up like some people did, and like I did back then, but this was a spectacular event. And I'd ask Joanne, if I'd ask you and your husband to come up, and Kathy, if you as all 3 of you would join us at the table. I told you, let's steal another chair. I promise you, I won't be reading as long as he was. This isn't as long as declarations.
I would recognize it without the wig.
It was I wouldn't care what color it was, as long as it was putting the top of my head. This is a commendation from the town of Mendon Office of the Select Board recognizing outstanding service, commemorating the 250th anniversary celebration and Declaration of Independence March signing. And it states that whereas the town of Mendon is enriched by the dedication, volunteerism, and civic spirit of residents who work to preserve, promote, and celebrate the history and culture of our community, and whereas Joanne Lamoth and the Mendon Cultural Council demonstrated exceptional leadership, vision, and commitment in planning and coordinating the Declaration of Independence March signing celebrations held on August 2nd, 2026, as part of Mendon's commemoration of the 250th anniversary of the United States of America, creating a meaningful community-wide event that brought together residents, families, volunteers, local organizations in celebration of our nation's founding and enduring value. There was extensive, unwavering dedication to resident community, historical preservation, and civic pride, and whereas their efforts have made a lasting and meaningful contribution to the town of Mendon and serve as an example of outstanding public service and community leadership. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the members of the Select Board, do hereby extend our sincere appreciation and commendation to Joanne Lamoth and the Mendon Cultural Council for extraordinary efforts, dedication, and commitment to excellent in organizing and executing the successful Declaration of signing celebration and related community observance commemorating the 250th anniversary of the United States of America. Further proclaimed that the Select Board expresses its heartfelt gratitude for their service to the community and recognizes the positive impact of their work on behalf of the residents of Mendon. Signed by all 5 members of the board. So thank you all very much. I hope you join us up here for a picture.
You're here.
Oh, shall I do it?
Thank you.
You want the proclamation
Yeah.
or commendation?
Yeah, exactly.
Squeeze together. I'm just-
I'm sure one of them. Yeah.
You showed me last time when something was broken.
Yeah, everybody thinks this is broken up with all the arms. Really not. I didn't see them very.
Okay.
Fall down. But I don't know what was here. Nice. I mean, you're not gonna like it.
No.
Great.
Wait, if you wanted to hang on to it to get Brendan's signature.
Sure.
Get it to you once. That's fine then. Yeah. Hey, Joy, now that we have that, what's coming up for the Lions? Might as well take the opportunity to promote it while we're.
The Lions Club calls for the senior citizen of the year. And they also will have a vendor fair Columbus Day weekend up at the Cleft School. They will also be participating in trunk or treat at the ball field. What else we do? We also have, at Christmas time, we'll be gathering the giving tree for seniors, and they go through the 3 banks of the town. We presently are looking for a place to store what we collect, because we used to store it at the Historical Society, and it's kind of, now that the building is redone, we figured we'd better look somewhere else. So we're looking for some place to store it, just for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so we can bring the stuff, box it up and everything. And then what else do we have going on? And then
Yeah, I know because I was hit up that there is a raffle going on.
there's a raffle. We have a raffle that is going on that you're asking me on the spot here and I can't remember it.
Anybody can reach out to any line.
Anybody, reach out to any line, you'll see it online. It's a really good deal because one ticket, there are 4 prizes, 1 ticket. Even if they pull your name on the first prize, right, you could still be in there for the other prizes. So it is a good deal. So I would reach out to any line. We are selling raffle tickets and
Right.
the money goes to a good cause.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
On to appointments. The first appointment is Kathy Schofield. You want to come on up again, Kathy? I'd be looking for a motion to appoint Kathy to the Community Preservation Committee as the Historical Commission alternate representative with a term expiring on June 30th, 2029.
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made and second. Any discussion? All those in favor?
Hi. Thank you for your
Thank you again, Cash.
long-time community support. I was thinking, oh, you could store your stuff in the record. But honestly, you should reach out to the town. There's probably, if it's 3 weeks, there's probably, we could use one of those rooms in the basement.
Okay.
That's a good idea.
Who should I reach out to?
Right there.
So with me.
So I did have a question.
Absolutely.
My appointment for the Historic Commission was never done.
Oh.
So I don't mind serving as an alternate to the CPA, but should I also be
So were
appointed?
were you not reappointed?
No, it was last week, or the last,
It was one that we
Meeting.
were asked to pass over.
Well, I think because, no, but I think because it was supposed to be,
This week,
yeah.
So
we dismissed this.
it was supposed to be two different appointments, is that what you're suggesting?
yeah.
It was both an appointment, a reappointment to the historical commission. And then also.
And the appointment as an alternate.
But I think there was also, wasn't there a discussion between you and Dan who was gonna get appointed to what position, both gonna be appointed or
Right. So I did the alternate and he took the lead on the
for
commission.
this?
Yeah,
But for the historical commission,
We
it's,
talked over that one? That was from last time.
So what it
I
was,
wasn't
is
here.
it was, you were going to be the historic commission person, I'm sorry. No, I would,
The appointment.
I had you down, originally, the way it was written is I didn't have you down for the historic commission, so I'll have to look into that because how I had it written down was just for the CPC as the alternate, because originally I didn't have you as the alternate. I had you as the regular, then Dan said that you guys voted for Dan to be it and then you to be the alternate. I never had it down differently, so I will go back through my notes. I apologize. I'll go back to my notes and make sure that we have you exactly everywhere that you deserve to be.
Well,
you don't want me in too many
but
places.
and of course, everybody is allowed to continue to serve in their position.
Right.
Right, until they're replaced or
Right.
reappointed. But if your appointment expired on June 30th, 2026, and you want to serve for another 3-year term, yes, do you?
You know, if there weren't so many unfinished projects, I might step away, but for now, I've got to see that stuff through, so.
Does anybody have an objection for to just to do this?
No, it's definitely a not
So
anticipated.
I would look for a motion to reappoint Kathy Schofield to the Historical Commission as a member with a term to expire June 30th, 2029.
So moved.
Second.
Motion been made and second. Any discussion?
Thank you for continuing.
Another 3 years.
No, that was my discussion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Get that
Thank you.
right? Thank you.
Thank you, Kathy.
And just as a point of order, I consider it was unanticipated because we thought it had already been, so just to cover.
Yeah, the wires got crossed. They got two different overlapping.
So the
Thank you,
next,
Joanne.
Good night.
thank you. So the next appointment is to reappoint Monty Tinio to the ZBA Zoning Board of Appeals as the alternate with a term to expire June 30th, 2027.
Second.
Favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Meeting minutes for approval from July 15th, 2026. Has everybody had a chance to look at them? Everything's been,
So I did notice a small area that I did not have a chance to, there was just a mismatch in the name for citizen statements and petitions. It was just spelled 2 different ways. So I think the minor thing, and I was okay with it, but I figured, yeah, like I told you I was gonna like history. So I'm gonna assume that was it.
Wasn't you gonna hide something?
so do we want
Yeah,
to,
so
pass over this and just bring it up for the?
I mean, I think, well, I guess I would move to approve them with the fixing of the spelling of the name in that one item.
Yep, that's just.
So yeah, I move to approve the select board meeting minutes for July 15th. As written with the exception of fixing that stuff.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Item 6, please review the minutes from July 29th and August 5th. There's no motion needed for that, just review them so that we can. This is our second meeting, so we're not gonna meet until after Labor Day now, right? So just be ready. Just be ready.
Oh, don't worry, she's gonna find us.
I know, I'm sorry.
I'm awful.
Okay. All right, town administrators report.
Okay, so a couple of things. Paving has been completed on Hartford Ave East, and Bellingham Street was completed today. Kat and I got to go on a tour with the highway superintendent to see, we saw the paving in action on Bellingham Street, and then we were able to drive down the nice smooth Hartford Ave East. So that was a nice little field trip. It's a nice little field trip today. And then there is, paving is starting tomorrow on, let me just read this here, because this is also on the website for Morrison Drive is going to take about a day to complete, and they're going to just level it and overlay it. And then on Thursday also, it's Inman Hill Road, and that's a 2-day project where they're gonna do a full depth reclamation, and then they will pave. So I'm learning lots of new terms. for-
When do they anticipate striping them?
So I know that Hartford Ave East has been striped. I believe Bellingham Street, if I remember correctly, was being striped today.
Okay,
I don't know. I can confirm that though and find out on that.
so it should be, so they're done.
Yeah,
Great.
so it was interesting to go out and see that. Early voting is starting this Saturday, the 22nd from 9 to 1 downstairs of Town Hall. Full schedule's on the website, but it is the following week, Monday through Thursday, 10 to 2 is for the early voting. So through the 27th. One other thing that some employees were able to participate in yesterday was Polly's Push. And we had at the New England Steak and Seafood, we had the fire department and the police department there with the big American flag. And so they were there. Some employees were not able to attend that, so walked up to the corner of Main Street and Route 16 and were able to actually push the cart, myself included. It was really fun and exciting to do that. Ellen, our town clerk, did that as well. So we were able to do that. And then Steve Bobbitt, he pushed all the way from Milford up to the seafood, steak and seafood. So he's on the Parks Commission. Yep. Yeah. So it was exciting to be able to participate in that and see something really good in action. And my final, I guess, the final thing I will do in my role as the acting town administrator is announce that Jeremy's back on August 31st. And
Would you like us to chair? Is that-
yes, no, I think things have gone very well, very smoothly. There has really been, nothing has blown up. I've kept town hall standing. So, but I have to do it for one more week. So, yeah, but then he's back on the 31st. So I'm excited for that. Oh, and I'm sorry, one other thing, Hazardous Waste Day. The Board of Health is holding at the Misco Middle School on the 29th of, double check, the 29th of August. And on their website, you can see all the items that will be accepted and what's excluded from that as well. And there'll also be shredding available there. That is the town administrator's report.
Thank you very much. Future agenda items that we'll take up next month is the status of the Paddock property. Those who don't know, it's at the corner of Province Road and Hartford Ave East. The financial policies, which Jeremy had not finished when he took his leave. The Cook Cemetery discussion, which Cook Cemetery is, the access to that is at the corner of Cemetery Street and Providence Road behind Barney's hay barn there at the farm. That was about 100 years ago, which has a small cemetery on it, but it would be an ideal place to have a new cemetery, a new burial, since what we have is essentially, all the plots are sold, it's essentially full. So, and we actually have had some significant donations given to help us begin to The last one that we talked about a couple of times is responsible artificial intelligence usage policy. Meetings are scheduled on September 2nd and September 16th for the month of September. And at this point, I'm going to declare that an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the town's litigating and bargaining positions. So I move to enter into executive session pursuant to Mass General Law 30A, Section 21A3, for the purpose of discussing litigation strategy in the case of Fulton Bailey Ricci et al. Versus the town of Ashland et al. Suffolk Superior Court Action Number 2684. CV 01383-BLS2, and to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining regarding the Mendon Police Memorandum of Agreement, and not to return to open session. So we need a roll call vote. Morale, aye.
Rufus, I.
Morford, aye.
Cooter, aye.
Everybody, we will be adjourning from executive session. So have a good night. Thank you very much. And
Good night, everyone.